Hello, this video I'm going to talk about how to draw hair. When you're drawing hair, it's like when you're drawing fur, because lots of students, they don't know how to draw fur. When you're drawing fur, when you're drawing hair, it's the same thing as you cannot draw individual hair, right? And what you can do is you group them. By grouping them, I'm going to show you guys some pictures. Okay, first look at this picture. And you can see hair has groups. Like here is a strands, a group, that's a group, this whole thing is a group. So in the beginning, say that's a group, that's a group. In the beginning, you see the big group, right? The big group. In the big group, they have medium groups. In the medium group, they have small groups, right? Depends how long you want to spend the time, and you can get more detail, right? If you just want to do like a quick sketch, maybe you just have the big, very big group. Like, okay, that's a group. Okay, that's a group. That's a group. Okay, I just get those three big groups. And each group, you can tell they have dark and light part because a hair is bended. When the hair bended, right, you can literally tell that's dark, that's light, that goes dark. And for this string is 2. Look how that goes. Where's the light side? Where's the darker side? So the individual one, because the bended different ways, so they went up, they get light part, right? So of course the top of the head, you can always sometimes see a light part here because our head is round. So that side gets some lights on, so dark light, turn dark. So you group it, and you can tell the group, but you have to group from the large group to small group. You cannot start with small group, right? So here is the same thing. We always, like I told you guys all the time, we always draw from big to small, right? Anything. See this one? See, that has a group, a big group here, right? Big group here. And that's a group. See, now this one, you can really see that highlight here, right? The highlight here. And this bend this way, see, that gets dark. That gets dark a little bit, that's light. So that bend, this bend down, so that's dark. And you can tell this one is interesting. See, in the beginning, you can literally think that's a whole group, right? That's a whole group. But if you want to go detail, okay, that's little tiny bit small group, small curve, right? Every curve, they have the individual group. So they have dark, light, dark. So the highlight, 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 because those things bumps, right? Like each bump, it gets light here, dark, light, dark, light. And after the big group, you can divide the medium group. Even you want to make it very, very detailed, even in the medium group, they have small groups too, right? That's how you draw the hair. You group it. That's how you draw fur, okay? If you ever get drawing animals, that's how you draw fur. And another thing is about the thickness of the hair. Like, look here. Look, she has a little bit shadow right here. A little bit shadow right here. Got it? So that's the thickness of the hair. Then see that part inside, that's darker, right? Because that's behind. Okay. You see all that. Now I want you to see how I fixed the bellina's drawing the hair. So I added a little bit dark here, you can tell, right? So make here like a little bit have going up, have a thickness here too, right? And I darken this part a little bit. I darken this part a little bit, so I kind of want to let it leave a little bit light part here, right? So the head goes this way, bend it. This part, I add a little bit, and this part, because see her strain this part, I can tell this part she wants to go up, right? Of course, when they go up, they're going to have some shadow inside here, right? So then I have had that part a little bit darker, right? And so I try to make the head like going this way, right? Just like I showed you guys a picture, I think is this one. Look, this one, see that part is dark, right? So the hair goes here, that part is dark. The head goes round, so that's dark, light, dark, and all that, that's for a reason, right? Oh, the shadow is for a reason. Now, I can tell she grouped that part. I can tell by her, like, the way her drawing. So when you group that part, that means this part bumped. So I made that part a little darker. I made that part a little darker. So that seems like bump, right? So this strand hair is in front of that. So that created shadow here, right? Then I can tell she curved her hair again. So that means that bumped out, right? So I leave that bump and made that part dark. Okay? Then after that, I start group a little bit. See, that's the grouping, the medium grouping I did here, right? So it's not like one group, big group. Then you can go medium group. What I use, just the shadow, right? Just the shadow, just the two groups between they're going to have a shadow, right? Show you a picture. Everything I get to show you a picture so you understand. See, every group, how do you see the group? Because the shadow between it. Whatever is a shadow, is a casting shadow or some shadow, there's going to be a shadow. So here, that side, okay, this side is kind of easy because that she wants to be kind of like a whole group. So I just kind of make sure that's dark because this curve this way that stick out. So that's light, then went dark again. I made the end of it blurry. I also like a little bit fuzzy here because whenever you guys draw hair, you have to remember this always goes around. Okay, always goes around. So never make it too sharp in the end. It's like if you make the hair in the end too sharp, too clear, means the edge too hard, the head not going to turn, right? The hair not going to turn to the other side, because think about our hair are fuzzy, right? It cannot be a sharp, very hard edge, right? And also And bellina did it good, and she didn't make that part too hard, because I also see lots of drawings when the hair meets the skin, they are very, very sharp like this. That's not right either, okay? Never do this, because think about it. First is like our hair are fuzzy, right? There is no place, unless you really put your hair like this, like flat on your face, that going to be have a sharp edge. But otherwise, our hair is fuzzy, especially the hair like around your head here. They always have those little fuzzy hair around, so they cannot be very sharp edge there, right? Very hard and clear edge. So that's about it, okay? Remember, group from the big group to medium group, it depends you have how much time you have, go on to the small group, okay? The hair are hair, even you have perfect straight hair, right? But a head, our head still round, it's still going to have give you some dark and light value on there, right? Okay, hope you get it. Hope you can draw fur. The animal fur is kind of even harder than the hair, right? Because the fur have long fur and short fur, but it's same thing. When you're looking at it, you figure out, okay, the head is round, is so they got to be some dark and light part. Okay, then the waves of the hair, they got to have some dark and light parts. All right,